In this video, we'll be taking a look at 3 MLB games happening on September 11, 2022. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 3 MLB games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start. If you would like to gain access to our best exclusive betting picks to take your sports betting journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below where we offer anywhere from 1 betting pick a day up to 10 betting picks a day and much more. Now let's get started. Boston Red Sox versus Baltimore Orioles. It's the conclusion of a weekend series on the diamond between a pair of American League East teams on the outside of the playoff picture in Charm City. The Boston Red Sox are on the road as they finish up a 3-game set with the Baltimore Orioles Sunday afternoon. In the opening game of the series Friday night, Baltimore rallied to pick up a 3-2 victory to bounce back from a rough series against Toronto. Will the Red Sox pick up the win here on getaway day, or can the Orioles secure a series win by prevailing here? Boston crushed Baltimore on Saturday night 17-4 to even the series at 1-1. The Red Sox are 11-5 in their last 16 Sunday games and 15-36 in their last 51 versus the American League East. Boston is 4-11 in their last 15 in Game 3 of a series. Meanwhile, the O's are 1-7 in their last 8 Sunday games and 24-11 in their last 35 at home. Baltimore is 16-5 in their last 21 versus a lefty starter. These teams have been showing a bit of a difference in their abilities as of late, and just because Boston dominated on Saturday has no bearing on this game. Rich Hill is 2-2 with a 6.33 earned run average and a 1.48 WHIP in his 6 starts since the All-Star break, while Kyle Bradish is 2-1 with a 3.09 earned run average and a 1.24 WHIP in his 8 starts since the Midsummer Classic. Pitching is going to win games as Baltimore is 8th in the sport with a 3.29 reliever earned run average, while Boston is sitting at 25th in MLB with a 4.52 bullpen earned run average throughout the regular season. Baltimore is 8-5 overall this season against the Red Sox and have outscored them 72-59. Bradish had a spotty outing his last time up with 3 innings, 3 earned, 6 hits and 2 walks. That said, Bradish had 0 earned over his previous 15 innings and 2 wins. As for Hill, he's given up 9 earned over his last 8 innings on 14 hits and 5 walks. I don't think Hill will do too badly here, but Baltimore should have some opportunities at least. So the Baltimore Orioles money line is our full game side pick. Boston went into Saturday having seen the under post a 59 to 56 to 10 mark in their opening 125 games on the year. The Red Sox are tied for 8th in runs per game with 4.5, which falls slightly to an average of 4.33 runs per game as the road team. Boston's average total this season is 9.34 runs per game going into Saturday's action, while that number falls to an average of 8.9 runs per game as the road team. Baltimore has seen the under post a 63 to 56 to 6 mark on the season entering Saturday's action. The Orioles are 20th with an average of 4.20 runs per game. That number jumps slightly to an average of 4.35 runs per game at home this season. Baltimore's season average total of 8.29 runs per game this year, a number that remains even at 8.29 runs a game at Oriole Park at Camden Yards. It is very difficult to manufacture runs at the big league level, and expecting a run per inning is a lot to ask for. Rich Hill is 4-3 with a 2.99 earned run average in 12 road starts this season, while Kyle Bradish is 1-0 with a 2.7 earned run average in his 2 September starts thus far. These offenses are scoring decently well in their previous 14 games, as the Red Sox are scoring 5.43 runs per game while the Orioles are averaging 3.5 runs per game. Saturday's game really made Boston's numbers look a lot better, but Baltimore also ran a relief pitcher out there to take the blunt of the blow, thus saving their bullpen for this game. Plus, the under is 4-1 in their last 6 games against one another. This game is a low-scoring affair as Bradish keeps the Red Sox in check. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. Washington Nationals versus Philadelphia Phillies. The Washington Nationals will be taking on the Philadelphia Phillies on Sunday in the final game of a 3-game series. These teams also have a 4-game series in Washington in the penultimate series of the regular season. Anibal Sanchez will take the ball for the Nationals as Aaron Nola makes the start for the Phillies. The Nationals are 15-42 in their last 57 during Game 3 of a series and 20-42 in their last 62 overall. The Phillies are 9-2 in their last 11 home games and 0-4 in their last 4 Sunday games. The under is 4-0 in Nationals' last 4 Sunday games. The under is 5-1 in Phillies' last 6 home games. The Nationals are 6-22 in the last 28 meetings. When looking at both of these teams, it is clear and obvious that the Philadelphia Phillies are the better team at this current moment. Anibal Sanchez is 2-4 with a 4.27 earned run average in 9 starts since the All-Star break, while Aaron Nola is 3-4 with a 3.91 earned run average in 8 starts, but has also provided length as he has a pair of complete games during that stretch as well. The ability to hit home runs is critical for success in this sport, and there has been a huge divide there as Washington is tied with the Kansas City Royals for 26th with 119 team home runs, while Philadelphia is 7th with 173 team homers. That is also including numbers with Juan Soto and Josh Bell as members of the team, so the power numbers significantly decreased since this season's trade deadline. The Phillies have dominated this matchup as they have won outright 22 of the previous 28 games. Anibal Sanchez has been better as of late, but he's still terrible at home, where he has a 6 earned run average and .240 allowed batting average. Aaron Nola has been solid all season long, and he's holding current Nats to a .196 batting average with 30 strikeouts and 97 at-bats. It looks like the Phillies are back on track, while the Nats are, well, still the Nats. Must-win games for the Phillies in terms of the playoff race, so the Philadelphia Phillies to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. Washington entered Saturday's game with the under holding a 68 to 66 to 5 advantage in regard to the total this season. The Nationals are 25th in the majors with an average of 3.85 runs per contest, and they are 22nd on the road as they put up 3.94 runs per game as the visiting team. Washington has seen an average total of 9.14 runs per game, and that climbs to an average of 9.21 runs per game away from Nationals Park. Philadelphia comes into Saturday's action having seen the over post a 68 to 63 to 7 mark this season. The Phillies are tied for 5th in runs per game this season as they average 4.68 runs a contest. Philadelphia puts up 4.74 runs per game at home and has seen an average total of 8.87 runs per game entering Saturday. That number falls to 8.71 runs per game at Citizens Bank Park. We saw 8 runs on the board in the opener, and that's probably around where this one ends up as well. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. St. Louis Cardinals versus Pittsburgh Pirates. The St. Louis Cardinals will play the third and final game of a 3-game series on the road at PNC Park Sunday against National League Central rival the Pittsburgh Pirates. St. Louis has an 8 lead over the Milwaukee Brewers at the top of the National League Central, and Pittsburgh is last in the division. The Pirates are out of playoff contention. St. Louis will have left-hander Jose Quintana on the mound, and Pittsburgh will counter with right-hander Mitch Keller. St. Louis has the 6th best record overall in baseball, but the Cardinals are 4th on the run line, covering 56.8% of the time. St. Louis has dominated Pittsburgh, winning 36 of the last 51 overall between the 2 National League Central rivals and winning 35 of the last 52 played on Pittsburgh's home field. The Pirates have played poorly all season but of late even worse at home, losing 10 of the last 12 at PNC Park. Most of Pittsburgh's problems can be attributed to a poor lineup as the Pirates are 28th or worse in a 30-team league in 4 major hitting categories. St. Louis starting pitcher Jose Quintana will face his former teammates, and the left-hander has had 2 consecutive strong outings, allowing 12 hits and 3 runs in 9 2/3 innings, and St. Louis won both games. Quintana hasn't pitched too badly over his last 3 starts, over 14.2 innings in that span. Quintana has a total of 5 earned on 19 hits and 3 walks. As for Keller, he's doing well himself over his last pair with 2 earned on 9 hits and 4 walks in 12 innings. Should be a fun starter matchup, but I believe that St. Louis has the advantage win-wise, so the St. Louis Cardinals money line is our full game side pick. The total has finished under in 6 of Pittsburgh's last 8 overall. The total has also finished under in 3 of the last 5 St. Louis has played against a team for the National League Central, and in 7 of the last 10 games that the Cardinals have played on the road against a right-handed starting pitcher. St. Louis starter Jose Quintana has a solid 3.41 earned run average, and Pittsburgh starter Mitch Keller is only slightly higher at 4.22. Pittsburgh continues to go under the total at a high rate this year, with 8 of its last 12 games hitting the under. The Pirates are certainly setting up to go under again on Sunday afternoon with Keller on the mound. He threw 6 scoreless innings against the Mets earlier this week, and he has been shutting teams down over the last few months. St. Louis has been in a bit of a slump offensively over the past week. Pittsburgh's lineup is not going to give Quintana many problems in this game. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.